The search is still ongoing. A phrase that is often repeated when we search for sunken Alexandria. An entire city has been forgotten in the pages of history, hiding countless mysteries, secrets, and facts beneath the surface of the water. Here is located the city of Heracleon, the sunken city. This city was once prosperous and vibrant, but now it is part of the depths of the Mediterranean, waiting for those to discover the secrets and stories hidden by the centuries. The story of the city of Heracleon, also known by its ancient Egyptian name Thonis, and sometimes called Thonis Heracleon, begins deep in history. This ancient Egyptian city was located near the Canopic branch of the Nile River, about 32 kilometers northeast of Alexandria. Today, the remains of the city of Heracleon lie in Abu Qir Bay, 2.5 kilometers from the shore and 10 meters below the surface of the water. In the 1990s, when archaeologists began diving at this site, they discovered the ruins of the Temple of Hercules, dedicated to the gods Amun and Hercules Khonsu. They also found huge statues of gods, Ptolemaic kings and their wives, in addition to utensils, jewels, and many wrecked wooden ships. Myths tell that the neighboring city of Canobos is the place where the goddess Isis found the last part of Osiris' brutally dismembered body, after his hateful brother Set killed him and scattered his body parts throughout Egypt. According to Egyptian myth, Isis succeeded in finding these pieces and placing them in a vase, where they were kept in the city of Canopus. Hundreds of Greek and Roman amphora vessels found at the site of Heracleon attest to the close trade connections between Egypt and the Roman Empire. After Alexander the Great conquered Egypt in 327 BC, the Ptolemies ruled it until the reign of Cleopatra, then the Romans occupied it in 40 BC after defeating Cleopatra, and they remained in Egypt until the Islamic conquest. Today, the city of Alexandria and many non-governmental organizations are joining forces in cooperation with UNESCO on a project to build an underwater museum to display these archaeological treasures to the public. Archaeological diving trips to the site of sunken cities in Abu Qir Bay can be arranged through the Montazar Diving Center in Alexandria, which is the only center approved on the northern coast by the Diving and Water Sports Chamber. Far deep in the depths of the sea, the city of Heracleon, Menethus, and some parts of Canopus sleep, suppressed under enchanting blankets of water. Its previous location was in the Abu Qir Bay area, far from the hustle and bustle of land and coastal life, contemplating its secrets at a depth of about 10 meters under the sea. Historians such as Herodotus and Strabo tell its stories, but it disappeared from memory with the arrival of Alexander the Great, who founded the city of Alexandria, his main stop on the sea route to Greece. In the thick fog of its forgotten history, the city of Heracleon awoke from its watery slumber to new life thanks to the efforts of French researcher Franck Goddio and his team of divers in 2001. The submerged remains of the city were waiting with incomparable patience for someone to penetrate them and reveal their ancient secrets. After years of research and preparation, the French mission headed by Goddio succeeded in restoring part of its lost glory. They recovered many unique antiquities from the bottom of the sea, including a huge red granite statue that proudly rises more than 5 meters high, along with the remains of the Temple of Heracleon, in which Amun and Hercules Khonsu were worshipped. Not only that, but they also found a statue of a woman believed to be the statue of the famous Ptolemaic Queen Cleopatra, in addition to many other antiquities that tell the story of the sunken city. Heracleon was a prominent city, formed on the ruins of the ancient Egyptian city of Thonis, which was an important port for Egypt on the coast of the Mediterranean Sea about 600 years BC. Greek tales tell of the love of Paris of Troy for Helena, the wife of a king, and their escape to Heracleon, which sparked an epic war between Sparta and Troy, the war known as the Siege of Troy. The Temple of Khons, the son of Amun, is one of the most prominent landmarks in Thonis, where people from all over the eastern Mediterranean gathered to worship and heal, and the Greeks likened him to the god Hercules. Over time, the temple turned into a place of worship for Amun. Heraclion was not only a city with prominent religious centers, but it was also an important trading port on the coast of the Mediterranean, since the 6th century BC. It was distinguished by its advanced infrastructure, as it included more than 6 marine basins. During diving operations, boats and ships dating back to the 6th and 2nd centuries BC were found. Historical manuscripts attest to the importance of Heraclion as a commercial center, as customs duties were imposed on goods that were passing through the Greek Sea. A manuscript from 380 BC also refers to the collection of taxes in Heraclion on gold, silver, timber, and all other goods that were transported across the Greek Sea.